Another incredible, incredible story I just want to close with and share with you is he walked into a bar, walked into a restaurant. There were no shuls. Okay? Rav Grossman came into this town, and just be with me a moment. He comes off the bus, and he says, "Where's the yeshiva?" He starts asking the youth. And the people look at him like, "Yeshiva? What's a yeshiva?" That's how far removed this city was, okay? This Yerushalmi Yid coming out of Mea She'arim goes on bus after bus after bus to get here. And then he says, "Okay, where are all the teenagers? Where are the youth?" And you know what they say? The disco. So what does Rav Grossman say? Oh, Yeshivas HaDisco. That's how much he was in a different world. And so he goes to the disco. He doesn't get up and give a schmooze and a lecture and tell them what you cannot do, what you should do. He comes to them, neshama to neshama, brother to brother. He loves them. He sees the good in them. And he goes to the disco. And he was so sad when he saw that the stores and the restaurants weren't closed for Shabbos, this whole community. So what does he do? The first Friday night he's in town. He goes to the restaurant. He walks right in. Now remember, these are all Jewish people. They're just not Torah observant. They don't know. They never learned. They never experienced. And what are they doing as the sun is setting? They're not setting their tables for Shabbos, right? They're sitting there with their cups of beer, and they're going like this to each other as they're playing backgammon. Boi kala, boi kala. Because they grew up with their babis and zaydis, knowing boi kala is l'chadodi. Shabbos is starting. That's like their, boi kala. And Rav Grossman walks in, and he starts, v'anachnu nevarachka, he starts saying the last pasuk of Ashrei as if he's about to daven. And he starts, the people all think, wow, maybe he needs, maybe he's an avel, maybe he needs minyan. So they all get up, he starts saying Kaddish, and they all answer, Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah. And then he davens silently, the Shemona Esrei. And when he finishes, he starts saying Kedusha. And all of these people in the bar stand up, and they answer Kedusha. They know it. It's in their DNA. It's in them. It's in their kishkas. And before you know it, he just davens Kabbalah Shabbos. And then he says to the youth in the bar, he doesn't say, oh, let me give you a Musar Shmooze. He says, do you have time for a story? Everyone has time for a story. He gets up and he tells them a story. He says, there was once a couple, a chassan and kala, a bride and groom. They were engaged. They were in love. They couldn't wait to spend time with each other. And the groom calls up the bride. The chatan calls the kala. Come, my dear kala, my beloved, come spend Shabbos with me and my family. We long to see you. We want to spend time. We can't wait to be together. We miss you. What does the kala do? She's so excited. She packs her stuff. She jumps on the train. She comes to see her dear beloved chatan. And she gets off the train. She looks for him. He's nowhere to be found. She doesn't lose hope. She takes a bus and she goes right to his home. There must have been a miscommunication, right? I'll go right to his house. She gets there. She's so excited. The kala, the beautiful bride, she knocks on the door. And then what does she see? She sees her chatan, her groom, in the window, throwing stones at her on his beautiful, beloved bride. She runs away, needless to say, and breaks off that engagement. And he says, my friends, Rav Grossman says, in his infinite wisdom, chachma, my friends, you're all thinking, that poor kala, how could it be? How could it be? And what are you doing here? You're saying, boi kala? Boi kala? This is how you greet the kala? Shabbos? Sitting here, drinking your beer, playing backgammon? And they understood. And little by little, he started teaching them. And before you knew it, that restaurant wasn't open anymore on Shabbos. The next restaurant wasn't open. He changed a landscape. He didn't just change a person. He didn't just change a one city. Generations of people have been changed because he saw the goodness. And where did it start? Hakaras HaTov. And so today, go and think how that attitude of gratitude, it all starts from being grateful. Remember, V'nasnu. We give, it gives right back to us. It's the boomerang effect. We all have the ability. The light is inside of us. It's inside of you. It's inside of you. It's inside of each of us. We have to polish off the darkness. Take that time. Strengthen ourselves through gratitude, writing down what we're grateful for. And ultimately, we will all be zocha to have what we yearned for. We just want to have a life full of shalva, tranquility, fulfillment, and inner peace.